groundhog recently predicted there would be 6 more weeks of winter, but the housing market doesn't agree. Rising interest rates and falling supply have buyers out early, hoping to get a jump on what could be one of the most competitive housing markets in history. Diana Olick has more.
This $500,000 Denver home was listed on a Thursday.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. And this is 587.
587 just came out on the 1st.
And it already had 37 showings before the Saturday open house.
There's just simply not enough homes to go around for people looking to buy them.
The home was under contract by Monday. The supply of homes for sale right now is at a record low, not just in Denver, but nationwide. Demand is surging, and that has shoppers out early, hoping to get a jump on the spring market.
It's kind of the off season right now, but I'm definitely still experiencing a decent amount of competition. I thought I was kind of at a higher price point where it would be a little bit easier for me to get a place without a lot of competition, but I've put down 2 offers so far, and both times been beaten out by cash offers.
It's stories like that that have Eric Daniels and Alexa Karras out looking early as well.
We haven't put in any offers or anything, but we understand it's a really tough market.
So we're sort of doing everything we can to be prepared to make a good offer in a competitive market without contingencies and that sort of thing.
Not only are potential buyers facing low supply, but also high prices and rising mortgage rates. A not-so-perfect storm that has the usually busy spring market starting in winter.
In the short term, I strongly believe that's going to cause a lot more buy-side demand. As people try to get into a home before interest rates get to a point where they can no longer afford a home that they would like.
Higher rates could throw some cold water on overheating home prices.
And I have a whole basement for the kids.
That's true.
But demand is so strong right now that even higher rates are unlikely to cool the competition.
Yeah, upstairs is very.
For Nightly Business Report, I'm Diana Olick in Washington.
So what trends might we see during this spring selling season? Here to discuss her outlook is Skylar Olson, senior economist at Zillow. Skylar, I'm Tyler. Welcome. Good to see you. Skylar and Tyler.
Thank you.
All right. So everybody keeps talking about how low inventory is. There just aren't that many houses for sale in many markets. Why is that? Why aren't people putting their houses up for sale?
You know, actually, over time, the number of newly listed homes that are going out of the market is relatively stable, right? It's increasing right now, for example, the newly listed homes, and it'll continue increasing until it peaks around May for the home shopping season. This is when the listings start to pick up. The rub is that demand is so hot that those homes are coming off the market almost as soon as they get on it, right? So homes that are listed at the beginning of the month are not necessarily available at the end of the month. So if we look at daily inventory, how many homes are available on any given day, that's actually 10% lower than it was last year. And last year we would have been having a pretty similar conversation.
What impact do you think higher mortgage rates is going to have on that demand?
You know, I think you can think that the effects might be the effects might be there, right? But they're likely to be small. And one of the reasons why that is, well, something we may expect, right? If I expect rates to go up in the future, then I'm going to move quickly now. The thing is that demand is already so strong relative to the supply out there that we might not notice, right? In terms of really seeing a significant cooling. There are a lot of pent-up home buyers that have expected to buy homes, that have been looking to buy homes, that have been bidding on homes and losing out on those bids. And frankly, there are a lot of other barriers to moving into the market, to becoming a homeowner, such as saving for that down payment. Then the mortgage rate, which historically, even at as high as it's been since 2014, is historically still very low.
You call this a seller's market and likely to be so as far as the eye can see. If I'm a buyer, a bidder in one of these sellers' markets, what are the 2 pieces, 3 pieces of advice you would give me to give me the best chance to get the home I want?
Yeah, I think first off, really consider the reality that you're going to lose your first bid. Across the nation, this is a national average that the typical home buyer has to submit at least 2 bids to win that home. In a hot market, like a lot of the coastal cities, like Seattle, for example, expect to lose 4 or 5 before you win that option. When that happens, you cannot stop aggressively saving for a down payment because if you lose that bid, home values are not going to stop. They're going to move around you, right? And it takes aggressive saving, continual saving, just to keep up with that down payment share, like say 20%, or if you're not there, 10% that you otherwise would have expected. Next, really identify what your min spec is, right? What are the minimum requirements that you have in where you're looking, because you'll have to get flexible.
On that note, thank you so much, Skylar Olson with Zillow.
Thank you so much, too.